Okay, good morning. Should be filming. On my ride to Esperance, just in Subiaco. And 3Ks so far. Monday the 16th of March. Heading to Mundaring tonight. So it's a fairly short ride, about 50k. Weather's overcast, mid-20s, so not too hot. Just nice. My favourite stopping spot for leaving the metropolis of Perth, coming into Bayswater. About 4k from the CBD dome, taking over the fine building, probably a pub. The high street and nice coffee shops. Old train station building. The left, Perth Metro. The line that goes out to Midland. New flats. Car park. Hello there. Right, I'm on the Swan View Heritage Trail. Good, isn't it? Nice and peaceful and quite cool. So I've just left behind Midlands and Swan View, heading up into the hills. So I have about, I don't know, say 10k of this, and then on the little roads through the hills out to Mundaring, and then 6k from there will be the Perth Hills Discovery Centre campsite with a bit of luck. So yeah, onwards and upwards on the Heritage Trail. It's nice and peaceful. You might get a few bikes, a few walkers, but no vehicles. That's what's good about it. No vehicles. Alright, this is Perth Hills Discovery Centre, and I think it's my lucky day, thanks to coronavirus. Generally the public's are not allowed here during the week. It's for school parties. But because they've all cancelled, the management have allowed me to stay here, which is great. So apart from the caretaker who's over in a tent over there, I've got a place to myself. $15 a night, and you've got these beautiful little spots which have got sawdust, so it's nice and soft, and you can get the pegs in. So yeah. And this is my my latest tent that I got for $100 on Gumtree. It's a tarp tent. Anyway, today was first day out from Perth, and I think I did 53 kilometres. This place is great. Got a campus kitchen, got a fridge, kettle and toaster. Unfortunately no microwave, but you can't have everything. $15 a night, and they've got hot showers over there. I should go and have a shower in a minute. Yeah, so it's open to the public at the weekends apparently, not during the week. Good morning! Day 2 of Perth to Esperance. I'm on the road from Mundaring. I'm heading to York today. Currently on the Great Eastern Highway. Just had dual carriageway from Mundaring, but it's single carriageway now. So I might try and find a smaller side road through Wundowie and Warloo if it gets hairy. Yesterday, since I last videoed, at a campsite I thought I had to myself, just before it got dark, another cyclist turned up. Can you believe it? Incredible. I can see my nice bit of hard shoulder is basically finishing here, so I think I'm going to have to duck down a side road because I'm not comfortable riding on this narrow bit of shoulder, especially when I can see a bloody truck coming behind me. Fucking hell. Alright, I'm back on the Great Eastern Highway. I did a detour to avoid this narrow bit where it went down to like one lane each way and no side shoulder. It's a bit better here where I rejoined. I came off and went through Warloo and Wundowie. So now I'm a few k's out from Baker's Hill, and I'll stop there for some hot chips hopefully, and then I'll head south cross country on some quiet roads, a mix of tarmac and dirt roads down to York. I've done 50, 1 o'clock. I'm not sure how far to York from Baker's Hill. I think it's about 30k with a bit of luck. And I found out the campsite, check prices, and they said they can do me a deal for 15 bucks. So that's what I paid last night. I think I'm alright with that. So this Great Eastern Highway goes to Kalgoorlie. Yeah, nice cool day today for riding. Thank you. Gave me a nice bit of space. That's the water pipe, the Goldfields water pipe. C.Y. O'Connor. Alright, this is Baker's Hill. So, try and find a good spot. There's about 2 or 3 places here. Find a good one. descent into York, 7k from the campsite, and the weather's turned. Take it easy down here. God, it's coming down quite a lot now. Riding right down the middle of the road. Not ideal position, but hard to control the beast. Probably doing around about 40. Day 3 of Perth Esperance. Today I am cycling from York through Beverley and on to Quaredin tonight. Because of the rain last night, everything was wet, and I managed to pitch my tent under the tallest tree, which cast the longest shadow. It took ages for me to dry out. Alright, this is Beverley. Just had my lunch here. Took advantage of all the food that I'm carrying. Had a nice tuna in vinaigrette on sourdough buns. It's a nice little place, Beverley. More of a town that people live in. I know they've got a fondness for meerkats in this town. Alright folks, me again. Still on day 3, just coming into Quaredin. I've been riding from Beverley on back roads. I have had nice tailwinds from Beverley. It's been really good. Strong tailwinds. So my average is up a bit more than normal. Can't quite see it from here. I think it's 15 or 16, which is nice. 5 o'clock, so it's taken me the whole day to cover so far. It's quite far, 84 kilometres, of which 8 kilometres was dirt. So from Quaredin tomorrow up to Bruce Rock. Though on the way there's this disused town site, and apparently there's a free camp there. I think it's west of a place called Shackleton, which is a small hamlet, so about halfway to Bruce Rock. Nice little town. Got a decent supermarket. Nice smooth road. Beautiful. Some shops. Looks like I might be a bit late. Something's closed. Tourist office. shop will probably be opening. Looks like I'm too late for the co-op. Straight to the campsite in that case. No mucking around. Caravan park. Bloody hell. Deserted. Can't believe it. And it's closed down for coronavirus. Alright. So there's the blues, I can see the pin codes, and over here is the kitchens. Alright mate, day 5, I'm in Narrabeen. Haven't videoed for a couple of days, various issues. This is 2 o'clock afternoon, Friday, and left Bruce Rock and done 46k so far. Just see a sign up ahead, Perth, 291 k's. Well, no filming on yesterday on day 4 because of a few dramas. When I last caught up with you, I was about to get into Quairadin. So I arrived at Quairadin and then it's the only camper, and I didn't have a code for the toilet, so there was a after hours number, and then I phoned it hoping it was that bloke from before who lets the riders stay for free, but no, it wasn't. Renee, she's taken over that job, so she gave me the code, but I have to pay 25 bucks for the night, and I wanted a shower and stuff, so we went ahead. Anyway, she was nice. She said in the morning she'd give me a free coffee, as I was whinging about how much it was. She runs the coffee shop as well, so she offered me a free coffee, so that was sweet of her. Oh, it was all going quite well, and in the early evening, mid-evening, I hear this cheering and shouting every once in a while from a house just over the way. Anyway, my tent, the campsite's got street lights on every pitch, and so when I was trying to get off to sleep, it was just too bright, I couldn't, and this cheering and shouting was going on, and so I thought I was going to knock out quick, but it didn't happen, and then that was it. I couldn't. Anyway, this party thing spilt out on the street, shouting and screaming and all sorts of carrying on. They went out on the street at 12 midnight, and then okay, Mount Walker, yeah, and I thought, oh god, they're going to come over to the campsite. I felt vulnerable, and so this mob of people moved off into onto the streets, and luckily they went the other way, but they were just shouting around till 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, by 4 o'clock, having had no sleep, they suddenly went quiet, and I managed about an hour and a half sleep. Something woke me up, and after about 10 minutes got out of the tent, and I could see some white ute had arrived, and the sprinklers were on. And my luck with sprinklers, I've had it before where they go off when you're in the tent, everything gets soaked. So I had this mass panic to get all my tent down, and that was Renee who came and did that. And anyway, I told her about the night, all the noise, the light above. I didn't want to pay for that, I didn't have a nice time at all. And anyway, so she said she'll pass that on to the Shire. So I packed up, no breakfast, and started to ride, but managed to get about 15-20k out of town and stop and ate a little bit, and then pushed on to this nice free campsite with I can't remember what's called, Conyin or something, on the way to Bruce Rock. So I stopped there. So I was there about midday. Flies were something else. So anyway, I had more food and found Bruce Rock, and they told me that I could, well, it's $10 at the campsite, so that was probably a no-brainer. And so after the sandwiches, I kept me going, managed to get through to Bruce Rock. Really nice little town, prosperous place, fantastic Shire run campsite. I think it's the best. Free washing machine. He managed to wash my clothes last night, and well, yeah, great campus kitchen, big, spacious, everything you need, microwave, kettle, toaster, fridge. So that was great. So I bought a bottle of wine as well, probably drank too much. So that was day 4 yesterday, retold, and 2 o'clock on day 5 today. So planning on a bush camp somewhere around Mount Walker, about 40 plus k's after that to Hayden. All right, still on day 5. It's the last few k's of the ride. Coming up to Mount Walker, and the junction, there should be a T-junction up ahead, and the right turn goes down to Hayden. So it's really a matter of finding somewhere to camp for the night. These salmon gums are beautiful. Trunks are so shiny and slick. Nice. The big fella over in the field. Hello, big boy. Good job I wasn't 200 meters further up the road, swinging wide like that. If I'm not mistaken, you took a photo. So now the priority is bush camp. Just get away from this big place on the right a bit. Looking good. Trouble is I've got to crook my neck at 90 degrees to film this, as the camera is mounted on the helmet. Morning all, day 6. Bush camped or field camped near Mount Walker. What I need to do is get to Hyden before 1 o'clock when the IGA closes. Plan is to stock up for tomorrow when I head on the dirt road from Hyden Norseman dirt road. It's the big challenge of the trip. A nice spot here. Completely quiet last night. Should knock out nicely. Tired. And, alright, it's about, I think it's 45ish to go to Hyden, so hopefully should be alright. I think it's about 7 now. I'm gonna get going by 8. Alright. Gets. Wave Rock. Pretty amazing, eh? Look at that. Must have been a river that came through here, like a gorge, carved it out. Awesome. Well, I've been at Wave Rock for 2 nights. Had a big drama on the first night. There was thunderstorm and heavy rain, and I was camped right at the sort of bottom, the lowest point in the campsite, and all the runoff came down and flooded the tent. I had like 2 inches of water underneath the tent, and I had to get out. Luckily the ground sheet was so, the tent is like well made and the water didn't actually come through, it just lifted it up off the ground. Happened twice. Because of the coronavirus, I was due to go today, 4 days on this dirt road to Norseman. Decided not to do it because I may not be able to get a coach back from Esperance to Perth, because things are changing so rapidly. I think the best thing is just I'm going to cycle back now. So it's a bit disappointing, and I made that decision yesterday when after no sleep the night before because of the flooding. But hopefully I'll come back and do it.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, amazing. I appreciate the size, how tall it is. It must be 10 meters or so. So this is where I camped on Saturday night, and you can probably see the river's sand that came down. So there's one between the tree trunks, this one here, and I was camped down here, and all this brown leaf litter and twigs, all this was because of that storm. So my tent was, like I say, there was the water. It's kind of was where that rock there and that brown line, that water was up to there, and my slipper that floated away, I tried to hunt down, was I found it right up there where there's a bollard and a white sign. It was in the middle of the road. It carried all the way through to there. Amazing. Hey there, got a nice bit of downhill ahead, nice panorama as well, quite pretty high up here. Did I mention that I was going back to Perth today? Well, headed that way. Wow, that's all changed. 16 k's west of Hayden, I spotted people walking with camels, husband and wife, 4 camels. They're going along the railway line. It was by the side of the road. I think they were as excited to see me on the bike as I was to see them with camels. So we had a long chat. They have a lot in a rural lot in Northam, and their camels keep there, but they live in Perth, and they've decided to take the camels to walk them to Ayers Rock, and they've got 9 months to do it. So they're going to stay in Hayden tonight, and then they're going to walk the camels on this Hayden Norseman road, the one that I was intending to take today, but I'm not. So what my latest plan is now is I'm going down to Lake King and Cascade on a dirt road, and then down to Esperance. Just seeing them gave me motivation to go. I'd feel disappointed going back to Perth today. Yesterday it felt like the right thing to do with coronavirus, and maybe they can't get a coach from Esperance, it's all closed down. But anyway, that was yesterday, and I had not slept the night before because of the storm. This is today. I'm feeling good, feeling like I don't want to go back yet. It's day 8, by the way. Started last Monday. It's Monday today. So from Hayden I head west. Now I'm heading south, and now I'm going to go east. Oh, bumpy. Think I'll be stopping before the forest up there. 80 k's. This was supposed to be paved all the way, but I've been on gravel for about 9 k's. To see if I can find a nice little turn off before the hill ahead. Oh. This corrugations makes the camera bounce up and down on my glasses and pushes hard on my nose. Painful. G'day mates, day 9 and I've done 23 kilometres on dirt. I was hoping it's going to hit the tarmac road soon, so I bush camped last night in a farmer's field on the same road, and yeah, it was good. Good stuff, eh? Well, that bit of dirt road was a lot longer than I was expecting. It turned out to be 49.2 kilometres. Tarmac road now, down to Lake King. I think it's somewhere like 55 kilometres. So I think I started about 8:30, 9. Now it's probably coming up for 1:30. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit faster now. Tarmac, and also the winds should be a bit more favourable. Good morning everyone, day 10 today. I'm at Lake King, just done a bit of shopping, got some old bananas for $1 a pack, bargain. Anyway, interesting, in the shop they have a rope where you have to stand behind because of the COVID-19, and then they spray your hands with some disinfectant, and when you pay in coins they stand back, they don't come close. So they're probably enforcing it better here maybe than in the big towns. Okay, today I'm going to headed towards Cascade, to bush camp overnight. So enjoy civilization while you can. Got 10 litres of water and about 2 litres of Coke. So that would be good. Definitely at least till I get into Cascade. Hopefully you can see the sign, but this is the start of going to Cascade. There's not a sign posted, but if I take the Norseman road for, I don't know, say 100k, and then there should be a turning to the right which takes you to Cascade. Yeah, bush camp tonight, and then tomorrow I should be either staying or passing through Cascade. It's 139 k's from here. Hello there, day 10 still. I'm at the turn off Cascade gravel road. If I was to go straight on, it goes up through to Norseman, 200k or something. So I left Lake King this morning, and I'm just here at this junction. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I've got to go there down to Cascade before I get back on the tarmac. So I don't know how much further I can get today, probably another 20 or 30 at the most. And then I should reach Cascade tomorrow. So I came Lake King, and then I came along this road, which wasn't tarmac as it suggests, it was gravel most of the way. I was at Hayden, Wave Rock, and then Narrombeam, Bruce Rock, Quairadin, York, and Daring. Started in Perth 10 days ago. It's all been badly burnt out around here. For about the last 15 k's of this has been burnt. I don't know when that happened. Maybe it was this year over the Christmas time when there was lots of bushfire. Good day. If I'm not mistaken, it's day 11. Bush camped again. 88 k's from Cascade. Don't know if I'll make that today. I only did 62 yesterday. But anyway, I'm starting a bit earlier, so if I do 10 kilometers an hour, that's nearly 9 hours of cycling. So we'll see. I reckon I'll get close, but just see how the day unfolds. Here's the road, Cascade. Just give you an idea of the conditions. My sort of natural speed's more like 10 kilometers an hour. If I go any faster, it just gets bumpy on the corrugations and everything rattles, and it's just unpleasant. Can't keep it up. But you have to try and find your path. Here's a bit of hard rocky gravel. On the left, the sand, there's not much corrugation, but the sand's too thick. It slows it down. I mean, basically, there's one main track, even though it's about 3 times wider than this central bit I'm on, but it looks like this is what all the drivers use, a bit down the middle. Every time I go up a rise, I think I'm at the top, and then, like you see in the distance, another rise. As far as I can see, I would say it's like this bushland. It's pretty amazing, eh? I reckon I can see about 100 k's there. Done 37 so far, which actually is the same as the temperature. Had about 5 cars past me so far. First one is a nice lady going the other way, who offered to get me something from the shop. She's going to IGA in Newdigate. She's going to get her daughter out of school. She's coming back this way. Asked if I'd like anything. Said she'll be coming back in 4 hours, probably in about an hour's time. Hey mates, well, I made it to Cascade. Oh, it's a hard ride. It's been a long hard day. I think the average was around about 12 kilometers. Probably made the bitumen help to speed things up. The lady who gave me water in the car, she gave me water on the way back after she'd been to Newdigate, and she said, you know, a shower here. This grass looks a bit green for me. I was wondering if it's been reticulated. I don't want to have any dramas in the middle of the night, so it might be best just to go where the grass doesn't look as green, over by the trees there. Good morning. How are you? Day 12. I'm at Cascade. I stayed on the sports pitch overnight at the community hall. They keep the toilet open for the public. They had a shower in there, which was good, except it was cold, but anyway, it was so hot it was fine to have a cold shower. So I camped on the oval last night, and true to form, these big industrial park sprinklers came on, and it was one cycle, and I thought I got away with it, and then a second cycle of different located sprinklers came on, and anyway, long and short of it, the tent got wet on the outside, but luckily I wasn't in a direct blast. Otherwise the tent probably would have got knocked over, because there's a real powerful, those sprinklers. Thunderstorms today. There's one coming this way now, over there, so it might not be worth leaving until that's passed. The old COVID-19 is intensifying, and I've read that even regional travel is no longer permitted. So what am I supposed to do with the bicycle? I just have to tell if I get stopped that I'm going to the Esperance. I need to buy food, and I also maybe need to get the coach back to Perth. So I've got 100 k's to ride today. It's a 36-degree day. It's cool at the moment. It's hot up that side, and that's sort of coming our way. So I'm going to have to cover up, because I'm starting to get really burnt, and it's really uncomfortable on my legs. So just had my breakfast, civilised one, a table and chairs, had baked beans and bread. Good way to start the day. Esperance, finishing off day 12. And a killer of a day. It's been hot and very, very windy. I've benefited partially. On one stage I had the direct tailwind for 20 k's, and this is Route 1, Australia Route 1, goes all around the country. Pretty horrific road. Loads of grain road trains, and this wind, luckily it's coming from the left, but it just gusts. You've got to watch out when there's an opening in the trees, and it pushes it to the side, out into the road. There's about 12 k's left to Esperance town. I'll be glad when today's over. I've just been feeling really dehydrated and knackered. I need to rest. So planning on having a rest day tomorrow. No riding. My backside is sore from yesterday. Bumpy old corrugated dirt road from Lake King. See my stats for the day, about the best so far because of that strong wind. I'm doing 24 without any effort. It's almost from behind now. Averaged 17, which is my best average so far. A lot of wood chip round here. Still more wood chip. Opening up the school bus. Closed all the libraries. So I guess the same here. Car up the arse. Where should I park? It all ended a bit on a flat note yesterday when I arrived in Esperance on day 12. So I think I filmed up coming into the town. I did my shopping, and then when I tried to enter a campsite, they were refusing to take customers. So I cycled around the town thinking it what my options were with the daylight fading, and I came to Badger's Creek. Yesterday I tried to do an online booking for the coach back to Perth, but it was coming up with no service. The option came up was phoning my mate Alan to come and rescue me, and kindly he's offered to do that. He's driving on his way down now. It's about midday on Saturday, and I'm waiting for him to arrive probably for about between 4 and 6 in the evening, and I'm going to meet him in town. And on Tuesday coming up they are going to stop people travelling, regional travelling, so this is where I stayed overnight. I got here about 6:30 with just a little bit of daylight to spare. I mean, it's pretty ideal. We've got this little barbecue area, toilet block, these little gazebos areas to sit in. It's pretty good, but it has been an absolute howling wind blowing, and it's blowing dust all into the tent.